Hello, everyone. Welcome to Income Investors. My name is Daniela, and with me today is Zulfiqar with a quick economic update. Our goal with these videos is not to tell you to buy or sell, but rather inform you about what's happening. And if you want to read more of what Income Investors is all about, head to incomeinvestors.com, or you can find the link to our website in the description below. So, Mo, what have you got for us?
Daniela, today I want to talk about a key development within the stock market that's hinting that investor could be bracing for a stock market crash. And I know key stock indices currently sitting at a record high. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is nearing 40,000 level. The S&P 500 looks like it can't be stopped. The Nasdaq Composite Index has been soaring. If you look at the volatility index or VIX, or some people also call it the fear index, it says investors are not fearful whatsoever. If you look at the American Association of Individual Investors investor sentiment survey, it says number of bullish investors has been growing. The National Association of Active Investment Managers Exposure Index says active investment managers don't see much risk in owning stocks and that a stock market crash may not be a scenario in their playbook. But I say don't get too complacent.
So, what are you seeing that makes you worried?
With all the bullishness around, I see a big rush towards utilities stocks. They're selling like hotcakes these days. For some perspective, look at the utilities ETF, the XLU, and compare it to the S&P 500. Year to date, XLU is beating the S&P 500 by a decent margin. At the time of this recording, S&P 500 is up 11.53%, and XLU is up 15.33%.
And what's so concerning about this?
You see, investors tend to rush towards utility stocks when they see risk of a sell-off in the overall stock market or uneven economic conditions. And this is because utilities are regulated, they tend to have consistent growth, they provide dividends, and so on. Utility stocks are considered the least speculative stocks. With utilities beating the overall stock market, I really have to ask, what are investors bracing for? Are they expecting a stock market crash?
So, what are you seeing now?
Look, I know talking about a possible stock market crash when indices are all-time high might sound a little naive and even comical. But what's really scary to me is that not many are talking about it. There's a lot of complacency out there. Here's what I've learned over years of following the stock market. At all-time highs, fundamentals are frothier. There's a lot of capital misallocation, and there is a lot more of this time is different sentiment. I've also learned that irrationality can go on for a very long time. So it's possible that the stock market will surge and melt up will follow this summer. But eventually, fundamentals matter. And when they do, it's never usually a pretty sight. We could end up seeing a fierce sell-off.
Assuming we see a sell-off, how low could the stock market go?
Daniela, before I go into any details, I want to make it very clear. This isn't a recommendation to sell everything and sit on the sideline, or what I'm saying could play out exactly what I think, or I'm rooting for a stock market crash. I'm not. Now, if you look at the S&P 500 chart and nothing else, then know this. Since 2011, the 50-month moving average of the S&P 500 has acted as sort of a gravitational force for the index. The S&P 500 tends to come back to this level over and over again. If the S&P 500 goes back and tests its 50-month moving average, we could be looking at a decline of more than 20% from current levels. But here's the thing. We could see a decline of 20% on S&P 500, but the index will continue to be in a good shape and trend upwards.
So, Mo, do you have any final thoughts?
Yeah, I will just end with this. The stock market could go higher into summer given how much bullishness that's out there. But I repeat what I said earlier. Investors shouldn't get complacent. They should continue to be selective and allocate capital wisely.
Thanks, Mo, for your insights. If you want to check out what Income Investors is all about, you can find the link to our website in the description below. While you're there, you could sign up for our free special report on 3 income stocks to own today. One of those stocks currently has a dividend yield of 12.7%. We'll be back with more income picks soon, so stay tuned. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Goodbye for now.